just gave you that feeling. The Slick Talk cipher gave me that feeling. Seeing all of the numbers, right? Oh, mind you, let me just say, I totally fucked up the premiere, right? It was supposed to premiere on Saturday. I look back at it, I'm like, yo, why the countdown ain't started? Why the countdown? It's 11:56. I'm like, yo, why the fucking countdown ain't start? I looked, that shit said fucking next Sunday.
Oh,
good night.
Good night. So I'm like, oh, it can't be me. I turn on my TV. That shit say premieres in 40 hours. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Boom. So I'm going into shit. Dude, I literally made it premiere like a minute before it was going to start.
That's
and it premiered. But it wouldn't have if I would have went to sleep.
Yeah. But that's you being on your job to make sure everything is right before it comes out.
Dude.
Gotta do that.
We was pushing it to the wire, right? But
that would have been the first time me and G-Lock fought. We the
Nigga, you look frail. Nigga, you look like you'll tell. Nigga, you look like you'll sit in the cell. Nigga, you look like you don't get married. Yeah, nigga, you look like your name is Gary. Like, that was it.
I'm saying, if I'm old as shit and there's some new nigga that won the battle, I might go up there and say my old shit.
A battle rap fan is a fucking gladiator. Hold on, I got a good one. A battle rap fan is more.
Nah, he said, what's your little women? Nigga said, what's your little women? What? This nigga talking.
I knew you for a man long way back.
First of all, this nigga was asleep.
I was knocked out.
This nigga was asleep. So,
first of all, I wasn't paying no attention to that. I said G-Lock got this. So I don't pay attention to those things. G-Lock got this. I'm not worried about
this
it.
This nigga was asleep.
Nah, I'm not.
Right?
I wouldn't even kill.
So back to my point. So when I saw when it did go through, and then I'm just seeing the numbers go from 1 to 500 people watching this shit with me at the same time, and I know they're watching it because they're writing the bars.
They're writing the bars right there.
Yo, that shit was the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, but that's why the ciphers they be doing what they do, because it's that feel, bro. Like even now in the Instagram era, like we was talking about it off camera on how videos go viral, but if you got a good verse in the cipher, it's always gonna go viral because you got so many people rhyming by themselves now. So just to see people in a group, in a space, and they reacting and you going back and forth and just practicing hip hop, it's always gonna go, because you don't see that like that no more.
You don't see.
I think most of the people that go on the radio, they got their phones, or it's different.
It's different
how they do it is
I'm from real hip hop, man. That's what you gotta say. You from real hip hop. We not from the era of where you could pull out a phone and
That's why I like you homie you had in your site, the one that I did the sports freestyles with, Danny James, Lil D.
Lil D,
because he's 20.
Yeah. Oh, he only 20?
Only 20. When he told me that, I felt old. 20 years old, and he rapped like he came. You know what I mean? Like he came up. Because I feel like I'm younger than Goods. I'm probably like the last era of like people really practicing real hip hop. So to see somebody 13 years younger than me, you know what I mean, taking it serious, showing up on time, rapping, doing all that.
This is the guy that's in the Super Bowl
NFL freestyle.
The NFL joint. He was on Clock. Shout out to King Clock. King Clock.
Cyphers. Yeah, there you go. You gotta get him in to get Slick Talk.
For sure.
Yeah.
Nah, that was fire.
I probably am
that was fire.
No one after that. I got 50 Cent and
Yeah, I was just about to
yeah, we almost forgot about that.
Me and Guds, we had a 2. How long was that debate?
We had a 2-hour debate on the phone.
2 hours. 2 hours.
When was this?
When it first was happening.
When was this? This nigga's Jamaican. It came right out. When was this? When was this?
Like as soon as it started happening, like the first initial shot.
We
discussing it,
and then the next day we had a little bit too. It was quick.
Yeah. That's a fact.
What happened the next day?
No, so we was debating about
the perspective of both sides. So basically, G-Lock, we'll start with you, then we'll reiterate. Yeah. So the whole thing is, 50 Cent came out with the show BMF based on Big Meech and BMF's life. Got the rights from Big Meech while he was in jail. Put his son in acting school. Did all that. Big Meech comes home. Big Meech links up with Rick Ross. Rick Ross had the song I'm Big Meech. I'm Larry Hoover. They supposed to do a concert, and 50 parts ways with Big Meech based on saying, you know what I mean, yeah, hanging out with people that I don't really fuck with. So a lot of people are saying, one, you got a side that says loyalty, well, you should be loyal to him, he put money in your family's pocket, and another side that says it's just business. Like, you should be able to do business with whoever you want. He's not busy. How you feel, G-Lock?
About what happened with
No, how do you feel? Do you feel like it's just business, or do you feel like Big Meech should have not linked up with Ross to continue the relationship with 50?
I feel like you always go through the proper channels, right? So you should never, no matter what, I would not link up with 50. No, I wouldn't.
But that,
I wouldn't have linked up with Ross.
But that wasn't what I forgot what we was going back and forth.
Oh no,
it
was that the first day. The second day,
because we agreed on that, and we
the second day it was who helped too. And you were saying like, nah, Big Meech. He didn't have more power.
No, yeah. So the second day was who helped too. So he was saying 50 helped them more, and I was just saying it was
like a joint venture.
It was even, because if he wouldn't have wrote off for him to do the story, he wouldn't have been able to do it. So that's all I was saying, and he didn't. When I was saying to him, we was going different places, but that's all I was saying. It wasn't. I was just saying nobody helped nobody really more. It was kind of even, because 50 did help him, but if he wouldn't have wrote off that, he also helped 50 make a lot of money by him doing that.
But you know what's crazy? When you're a creator, right? They could have easily did the story and made it like it was fiction. And it still would have rocked. So this is why. I don't know. I thought you couldn't touch it.
Nah,
you can't. You can. You just switch the names.
Like I'll just take a show. Yeah, like a show, right? So like Gotham, when they had that show out, it was the guy named the Joker, but they called the nigga Jerome. But he did everything the Joker did.
No, I get what you're saying.
They know it was the Joker.
They know it was a Joker.
Now I do believe that he needed Big Meech to sign off with it to give it that validity of stamping it like the way it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, because you don't want to see that story get told with another nigga's name.
But look at, he's coming off the realm of Power.
No, I said it
which was very super successful, right? With characters that you didn't recognize. They was like made up fictional characters, or it could have been somebody's life who didn't sign off on it.
Exactly.
And they just switched the name.
So all right, so check. So look at it like this, also, right? So I understand what you're saying. And I didn't even think about you could make up a whole story and you know, lie about, or make up other characters and make it be the same character. No, I did know that because they did it in Dame Dash did it.
Yeah, and the BMF, all of the story wasn't. It's all fabricated, but the mom's cheating and all that shit. That's just juicy shit they made up.
But this is the thing though. When you a person that's a smart thinking man like 50 is, more people is gonna buy into it if you get that man to sign off and say it's his story. So you have to understand, as a thinking businessman, yes, I can do this, right? But if I get him to sign off and do it, it's gonna be bigger than me doing this. That's just a bit of you thinking. So that was my point of, I was saying to him, so I said, you know, he didn't have to sign off on it. He didn't have to. He could have said nah and came home and gave it to somebody else. What I'm saying is the 50 is so much of a smart thinker. He knew that story and telling it would be big. Some people can't see that from here. He could. So he knew, I gotta go to him and get this son up because I know me telling the story, and from him it being real, it's going to be big. So that's why I said, just like you saying he helped him, he still helped him because 50 had an idea and knew what he wanted to do. And if he wouldn't have signed off on that, it probably wouldn't have been, well, we wouldn't know if it would have been as big, but if he wouldn't have signed off on it, he wouldn't have been able to execute the plan that he had.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you that it was bigger because of Big Meech. But what I was saying, why I felt like he helped, because I didn't say Big Meech didn't help him. I said 50 helped him more because, and I think now, you might have a different lens on it now that we see the other things that transpired, because I always just felt like Big Meech was in a place of desperation. 50 wasn't. So therefore, I'm helping you more because you're desperate for whatever it is, to get your name back in the mix, to get money because you don't have it like you used to.
But why did you feel like that? I never felt like that.
The reason why I felt like that is because I would never, even right now, I never had the money Big Meech had. I never had the money 50 had. I'm never signing off the rights to my story to anybody. To me, that's just.
Are you saying from?
I'm just saying doing that in general is desperate, which then gave me the assumption that you need him more than he needs you, because why would you do that? Like right now, somebody come to me and say, I want to do the DNA story. I'm going to say it got to be a joint venture. I need to be executive producer of this. I need to tell you what scenes I'm okay and what not. I'm just not going to give somebody my whole shit to do whatever, because you can end my story however you want. But look now, they had a falling out. He can end it however he wants.
No, right. But you also are a smarter businessman than somebody coming from the streets that only know one thing.
No, correct.
Right? So with that being said, we looking at it like that because we understand business and what we doing, but he could have just been like, what we see is it's not a smart businessman and thinking, I'm just signing it off, I'm gonna get this money and that's it. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So and then now stuff playing out is totally different.
And the reason why I was saying I don't think he should have did linked up with Ross was like, I don't think business was done. Like, also, as somebody could say, it's just business, but know who you getting in the business with. I'm sure you had an idea of how 50 Cent operates. So unless you got everything you wanted out of that situation and all of the money, why burn the bridge for something that now is not even going down?
It was way too soon. Yeah. And why didn't you bring that idea to 50? Unless, you know what, it probably wasn't his idea. It probably was Ross' idea.
The wrong person in the situation to me, and not wrong, but the person that's playing chess is Ross.
Right.
I know what I'm about to do. I did this song.
And he fucked him up.
Yeah, he fucked him up. I'm gonna play this game with 50. Boom,
now,
I got him.
I got something for you now. Is 50, do you feel like 50 going overboard with the Meech? I feel like 50 just how he is.
I feel like 50's how he is, but at the same time, he's smart enough to know y'all gonna watch season 4 even more. I think that's the reason why he's still going overboard, because remember, there's another season in the tub.
Right.
So now people gonna watch it even more. Right, so he's gonna keep promoting it, keep going at it. Now you got Lil Meech taking a picture with Floyd and Ross talking about real power. So it's getting crazy.
Yeah, he
How do y'all feel about that?
He's bugging.
What, Lil Meech? I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
He's in his feelings, bro. But you gotta understand.
He had to clap back though.
Listen, he's in his feelings. If you DM someone, first of all, dealing with someone like 50, you gotta understand that he's a petty dude.
He posted the text message.
Yeah, listen, he's a petty dude. Look, dealing with somebody, you have to understand these things. If you could, 50 the type of dude where you could do something he don't like and he won't come tell you, you'll just be cut off. I know dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not even gonna tell you he don't like it. He's gonna cut you off and do stuff like this, and then you're gonna find out like everybody else. So he posted the text and him saying, "Yo, listen, why you like really like I don't got nothing to do. Like my father was just doing this. I don't got nothing to do. I don't, you know." So that, and he posted that. So after a while, if you keep trying to reach out and be cool with somebody, and then they keep, at that point he has to fight you back.
But you know what they found too? That I don't know the timeline, but they found a joint on his close friends where he was clowning 50. So that's why 50 said in the post, he said, I came at you because you playing both sides. You text me that, but then somebody sent me in the close friends, you saying, Ross, like, look at this goofball, as in to 50.
But from what he did, right?
No, the initial video where Ross was like, yo, don't be mad at another nigga getting money. Little Meech, they have him on close friends posting that. Like basically playing both sides, telling 50 my father's bugging, but then posting out on the close friends secretly like 50's corny. Let my father get money. Yeah. And 50 said that's when I was like, all right.
But we don't, I don't know.
That's when he cooked up.
that was a perfect
Yeah, that's a perfect cook up. But I'm going to be honest with you though. One thing I will say, I don't agree with everything he does because I wouldn't do it, but it's a method to his madness. It doesn't come, none of it just comes out of left field. Now, do you feel like he ODs on it? Do you feel like he shouldn't do it? People can say that.
I disagree with that though.
But
a lot of stuff he does.
What?
Everything is out of a method. You saying that you giving him the benefit of the doubt because he's such a smart businessman. We also, you can't take away the fact that 50 is just petty. That's it.
But yes, but I'm saying
it ain't no business moving and nothing. You did this to me.
That's what I'm saying. No, somebody did something to him for him to do.
No. He felt like because everything don't gotta be somebody did something to me. I felt like because, like you said, he cooked up that situation when this came. Let's say that never would have came out. It would have been like, what did Little Meech do to you? Let's say that did you ain't cook up that nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody gets it. I'm saying 50 is so petty. your father did this, you're gonna feel like everybody gonna feel.
But I'm still saying there's still a method to that. I mean, if it's war with everybody. Yes.
Look,
Every time I go,
So somebody got beef with G-Lock, right? One person would be like, I just got beef with G-Lock. Another nigga that's on it, he got beef with G-Lock, Amanda, DNA, Goods, and everybody here.
That don't mean it's right though.
Man,
if somebody got beef with G-Lock because G-Lock did something to him, he got beef with G-Lock. This is the thing. I cannot. You got beef with me, and I don't know you. I'm not in it. I just do this podcast with G-Lock. We just doing it.
It's guilty by. I mean, but it's a little tighter than that though. And that's his father.
Yeah.
So I expect you to go with your father.
Nah, but
like even what you telling me, I expect you to side with your father. So it's up.
Give me the opportunity. Give me the opportunity, the chance to let me do it first.
I mean, but he said he did on the close.
Yeah, I know about that. So,
Word.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said,
but you know you going at Joe Budden too.
I've seen all that. But Joe Budden said something about him. Joe Budden spoke up and
he said he needed therapy. That's all he said.
And that's what I'm saying is that. So that's how petty he is. He just said, but he spoke up.
He posted like 3 pictures of this man, like AI pictures, naked in his underwear type shit. Like he's tweaking, bro.
But this is my thing, though, right?
Naked and shit.
Right? I just feel like he feels like, yo, you shouldn't speak on something that you ain't go through.
I mean, but it's kind of hard for somebody like Buttons that's I mean, he's a podcaster.
Yeah,
he has to speak about everything.
But I think Joe Budden, he spoke about it after. Joe Budden has a good sense of humor. He's laughing at the shit too.
No, it's perfect. It makes. I mean,
so it's funny to him. But
he said a celebrity with 30 million views commenting on me just gets me paid.
Yeah, it just gets me paid.
Puts him in the algorithm.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's pretty smart.
It's very smart.
Joe is smart. He don't care about that neither.
But you know,
he's somebody that's gonna say the reason I respect Joe is because he says his opinion regardless. And I think with me, that's why I get back. I'm gonna say my opinion, and I'll deal with whatever comes with it.
And I think, well, not even I think. I know it's the topic. If he said he needed therapy about anything else, he would have laughed. It was about Earth.
No. Listen to me. If he would have said he need therapy about anything, 50 is the person that don't let nothing go. You can't say anything. If you say anything,
Joe Budden say funny shit before and he laughed. I'm telling you, it's because it's because that's his,
name it. No, like what? Because you can't just say that.
No. I got you. I really don't know what it was, but he said something about.
I really don't know what it was.
I don't. He said something about 50 that wasn't like on 50's way, but it wasn't bad either.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, this is something he needs therapy about the herb shit. That he just went at Yayo for saying something about it.
What happened? I ain't know what happened with that.
Yayo basically was saying like, yo, I saw it. I wanted. I'm not. That's not me. I don't feel it. He went at him for that, and then he started explaining it.
What you say?
Yayo wouldn't understand why I would never sign to Universal because Herb was going to block me there.
Yeah.
Like if it's no Eminem, it's no 50. But I'm saying that part right there, I feel like if anybody is not in agreement to why he's saying that, because he feel like nobody else went through what I went through.
And I get it. That's why
what I'm saying.
That's why with that I don't say too much.
You can't.
For me though, it's just leave it alone.
Yeah,
but that's why I didn't talk about that with that in the Irv Gotti. You can't because how that man feels, how he feels.
Yeah,
you know. But then when it comes out like that, when somebody passed, that's the worst thing that could happen to somebody. So it's kind of like,
this is my whole thing. What I said, right? If you're not him, you shouldn't find.
You don't understand.
No, one, you don't understand, which means he's in a space of his own to react how he reacts to it. But nobody else should be laughing or hold that energy because that's somebody just lost their father. Somebody just lost their family. So you can't tell him how to react, but you shouldn't join in on the party because you don't got with him.
You ain't go through. Yeah, you ain't go through none. That ain't none of your business.
So that's how I feel on that situation.
But I mean, Joe Budden saying he needs.
Joe Budden is the whole shit is hilarious though. Hilarious. He's.
I'll sum it up to listen.
He's consistent, man.
50 is gonna be 50, and
one thing I like though, he don't pick and choose.
No,
it's everybody.
No, you don't
say something he don't like.
But and another thing people don't look at is he came in the game on that type of time. Like he came in the game being himself. Yeah. He came in the game going his song that got him some recognition was him going at
How to
people's
rob,
how to
yeah.
rob. So he came in on that type of time when they did the record with Ja Rule. He had beef with everybody, all of them, from Jada Kiss to, and these are people he probably looked up to. He just didn't care. That's just him. So he never changed on who he was.
But you know what it is? He's probably one of the only few people that still applied the street rules into the industry. Because that's what it is. When everybody says business, they take off the street hat and say we're doing business. But in the street, if you hanging out with everybody that I have a problem with, then you're a problem too.
Right.
I can't see you with 5 people or 3 people I got a problem with, and then when you come back in, because right now, like, let's just be honest,
what the conversation is about.
right? I look at it from another lens, right? So it's certain people I don't speak to no more, but we have a common person of interest, and if they get brought up at the table when I'm talking, then I know I'm getting brought up at the table when they talking,
Right.
And at some point in time, something that to the person that's in the middle, they just think it's regular conversation. Something might slip. Oh yeah, I was with DNA over here. Oh, you know his crib over here now. Or
Anything like that, right?
And
right.
now you not picking a side, it's picking it. You there. Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah.
But that's what he's moving off of.
But that's to me. I don't agree with that. I'm not gonna. If let's say, for instance, we got a mutual friend, right? Or a mutual person we know. You cool with him. You're cool with him. I'm not. I'm not mad at you because you're cool with him. My problem is with him. I don't have a problem with you because you're choosing to stay out of it, or you're choosing to be just a random person. Just
but what you said is different though. That's originally starting off as friends. This is So
then it's y'all two and somebody else, right? You're artist. You doing a record for New York. You know what I'm saying? And you just, who said that these people got to be cool? Let's say you just hit him up because he's popping in New York and you want him on the record and you want this person on the record and you just a feature on the record.
No, but when he did that, I'm not arguing that. That was him being competitive.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
I'm saying like the Meech shit. Like me and you cool.
Yeah.
And then you go fuck with somebody that you know I don't like. You see what I'm saying?
You bring it to the Meek situation? Right?
No, Meech.
Oh.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, you went back to that? Oh, I'm
talking about Jada Kiss and Fat
Yeah,
Joe.
because I said when he came at them for that.
When he came at them. Yeah, but I think at that point he was just on some he was just on
competitive shit.
Yeah, that was some street shit back in the days. And they tried to link up. They tried to Drake him. They tried to do the Drake like when everybody came on that 100 clips.
Yeah.
Everybody
New York, they tried to Drake him. They tried to do like.
No, but that was before that started the problem with them. That's what made them send the shots at them. That was a regular record. They wasn't coming at 50.
No, Ja was coming at 50 on that.
Ja was. And it was Ja record.
So you can't really be mad though. If you jump on a record with somebody that's going at me, you stamping that. You stamping.
And we talk about the same person. 50 always been on.
Yeah. When it comes to
can't be friends.
No, but G-Lock, what I'm saying is that if you do a song with somebody and you hear them dissing me and you on the song, of course I'm coming at you. But now, you on the record with them.
But rap nowadays don't work like that. Like he could send me the record with no verse on it. I can put my verse on it. You can put your verse on it, send it back, and then he put his verse on after and put it out. This is how rap works now. You don't ever hear the verse until it's out. This happened plenty of times.
Or people have changed, or they'll change their verse. Just say you cooked. I had my verse on it. You cooked. You send it back to me. Oh, now I'm going back.
Because it's my song.
And I'm getting at this nigga because he just said something in the Vibe magazine.
A lot of times that's how stuff go. And the industry, that's how stuff go.
They heard that shit.
Nobody, you see? And they feel like that. They heard that shit. No, they probably really did. You can't say that because I've seen it happen. I
just think at that time they made a conscious decision. Like, remember, Joe, What's Love? That's Irv giving that to Joe. That's his man. I don't care. Diss him. I'm riding with Ja. And Kiss, it was just, he linked that.
So that's what I'm saying. So you think Kiss heard the verse, got on it, and did that? So that's what you're saying.
I don't think Kiss cared.
No, Kiss and them, they already had beef with D Block and 50.
Not yet.
That's what
That's what started.
G-Like, you got to remember before that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
G-Like, you got to remember before that when he dissed Ja on Back Down, he said, these niggas is bonkers and all the other hard niggas, they come from Yonkers. He didn't have a problem with them.
No, that's what started it because They was on just because they was on a record with him.
Joe. I mean, record with Ja. Joe and Jadakiss was on the record with Ja, and then that's when he came.
So
out.
That's why I say he kept the same energy.
You help funding the ops.
Yeah. I'm trying to end.
He kept the same energy.
And he's.
But I would look at it a little bit different if Ja wasn't going at him on the record. That's the part we don't know.
No, I understand that, so we don't know. But like I said, you can't automatically say what you're saying because
you can't because you don't know.
The way you notice the way we do verses is if it's my song. I can sing you the song with a verse on if I want a regular verse, send it to you, and then if I hear your verse, it's my song. It's coming back to me. Oh, nah, I ain't gonna let these niggas bother me. Let me, and then, like he said, somebody could have just said something, and I'm adding this. Yeah. Because I'm looking at it like, I'm not even looking at it like I'm getting y'all into nothing. I'm looking at it like it's my verse. I'm taking the shot. Y'all rapping about ponies and stars. Y'all have nothing to do with this.
But you know how that shit.
I see it from both ways.
Yeah, that shit even go like that in battle rap. But niggas say something, you see them there. I bet. I know I did that.
What?
I seen niggas doing some shit when it's time to go to a battle. You over here in the blog laughing, saying something else. You getting into. That's how Smack got it.
I get it. Yeah, that's how Smack got it. Yeah.
So that's just how
that.
I be like.
No, but they're putting themselves in it. Smack put himself in it.
Yeah, he did.
So
he did. That's different.
That's way different. Yeah, Smack said, "This is my gun." He was talking crazy.
Yeah, he did say that.
That's different.
He did say that.
You know what I'm saying, son? It's my gun up.
Saying something the closest it could be is the debatable.
You know what I'm saying?
What I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying, son?
So Goods, in the case of what you were saying about like verses coming in and stuff, like how do you know when is the difference between just getting a check and like when someone's like legitimately co-signing it?
I mean, you don't
know. That's why he just did what he did.
That's why. See, but that's why I said I respect 50 because he don't. I mean, from what I respect the fact he don't change.
And I don't think he's thinking too much into it. Like, yo, I don't like the way this looks or it makes me feel.
That's just it. I'm just gonna. That's just it. So you don't know, and that's it.
You're not gonna know. So it's just like, are you gonna take the high road or are you gonna go to war? You just want to smoke.
Speaking of Smack, didn't you do the URL documentary this weekend?
No. I was doing a documentary, my own documentary. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know if
so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not yet, G-Lock. We can't. I got a documentary coming.
So the documentary about yourself,
not myself. A certain group I was associated with. Yeah.
Why you want to say the group?
The NWO?
I'm trolling. NWX. Yeah.
The NWX.
It's NWX documentary.
That's fucking fire.
Yeah. So y'all gonna tell why y'all broke up and give real.
Yeah, I want to go into everything.
That's dope. That you have to because that's what want to make people watch. You have to tell them.
Yeah, I want to get all counterparts a part of it.
Yeah,
so
fire.
See if we can do that.
For people who don't know, what was
so maybe the saga could drop the unreleased video we did.
Yeah, we could throw that in there. That could be like a little bonus record, bonus video for sure.
The saga can even talk and talk out what happened.
Yeah, because it was a lot of inner wars. So
it was a lot of inner wars.
Oh yeah, but this is dope. This is what people don't understand about groups. A lot of stuff be happening. Like even when I was doing the GMB thing, when I stopped doing the cypher because there was too much stuff going on. I had to deal with mad different personalities. I'm telling somebody, yo, be here at this time, that you not here, and I gotta call, yo, where you at? Yo, bro, I'm not doing this for, like, this is for you. I'm popping already. Then you get in that mode. Like, you're not pop. I'm trying to make you pop, and I went through that a lot. So you go through this, you know what I'm saying, to the point where if I got to the point where like I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah, so
for the people who don't know who NWX is, what is?
Oh, so NWX was a group that was like originally it was created off of wrestling. You got D-Generation X, NWO. It was me and Conceited. So originally the group was supposed to be me, Conceited, and K-Shine.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know Conceited was in it.
Yeah. So it was really Conceited.
Yes, I did.
It was Conceited's idea, right? Conceited brought it to me because that's the homie, and we was going to do it. The same year we was about to launch NWX, Conceited got called for Wildin' Out. Obviously,
it's over.
Go to Wildin' Out, like do your thing, and the rest is history. So then it was just left sitting. And then
how many years? Because that was a lot of years.
2 years. Because he got on Wildin' Out in 2013, and then I didn't bring it back to 2015. Okay. So at the end of 2014, me and K-Shine was always talking about like doing 2-on-2s or whatever, but we had to get our battle out the way first.
That's when battle. Wait, so y'all was talking about doing 2-on-2s before we battled?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
We've been talking. So me and K-Shine became cool because of a situation in Cali in 2012. Like it was some shit going down. We had to stick together on some New York shit, and after that, that's how we became cool. So we was talking about doing the 2-on-2s then, but we had to get our battle out the way. So after we battled in 2013, we was shopping it, but URL ain't fuck with it. Nobody was really rocking with 2-on-2s because it was kind of a King of the Dot grind time thing. So at the end of 2014, Herb booked it. And we got booked to do it in April. So we wound up doing Rookies vs. Vets. You remember that, G-Lock? Right? And the week after that, we had the 2-on-2. So in that course of that week, we was just hanging out every day because we had no rhymes because the first priority was Rookies vs. Vets. So we really had like 5 days. And then we was in our own head, like, how the hell are we gonna, we set the bar for what the 2-on-2 would be because we wanted to do it for so long, but now we got so much limited time. So every single day we was just getting up, writing. And then by the time the battle happened, we only had 2 rounds. And I was like, yo, we gonna pull a daylight. In the second round, we just gonna do 16 bars. I'm a freestyle, and then we just walk off stage. Yeah. And when we went out there, he was nervous because Sean never did nothing like that. He don't freestyle. So and it's the first time I did it. We did everything wrong. We wasn't prepared. We drunk. We was lit. And then,
but it turned out crazy.
No, it went. That's what started NWX. So then we did the first round, and we was thinking it's fire. And then after that, it was just on the Twitter timeline going ballistic. They was like, "What the hell is DNA and K-Shine chemistry is insane? Yeah. Oh my God, I love this." Boom. And then I just thought fast. I was like, yo, we got to do the NWX shit. We had it sitting. And then me and him was like, yo, we need somebody else that's just not from New York to offset it just being New York niggas. And then that whole week that we was chilling, we was with Big T. Yo, call Big T. Boom, Big T's with it. Yo, we need a new nigga because then it's just going to look like a bunch of old niggas that just formed up that's past their prime. Saga was my man. Saga. And then...
He was new in the game?
Yeah, he's a rookie. Yeah. He was just on Rookies vs. Vets, and then we was just thinking some wrestling shit. Like we need an inside man, like somebody that could facilitate all the shit we need. Rain, and then there you go. There's NWX. That's how. That's
and then it started when T-Top came.
T-Top came in the following year. So it was a lot of people like. That's why the documentary is crazy because it's a lot of people.
What happened with Twerk? Why was Twerk announced on it and then?
Documentary. No, but yeah. What people don't know is official was NWX.
I know that
T-Top was NWX. At one point, it was a joint deal, right? We was on our GM shit. We was going to get T-Top and Briz, and then Briz wound up with Cave Gang. T-Top and Briz came in the game together, but think about that, right? They came in the game together, but they was on opposite sides. Now Briz is Dot Mob and Cave Gang, and T-Top is NWX, and we beefing at the time. So Briz and T-Top was on another side, and then Twerk was in NWX twice. Niggas don't know that. Yeah, he was in there twice. But for me, my whole thing was, it's obvious. People know it's interviews out. Things have been said, but me, I'm a monetize. So when I talk, it's all gonna go to me. So I'm just being honest. When I speak, it gotta go to me. So I haven't said nothing. That's why it's gonna go too, because
So when you do
But real talk though, I don't want it to be that though. So that's why I want everybody to be a part of it. It's business. I want everybody to speak their truth.
So who putting this together? You putting it together?
I'm putting it together.
Okay.
I'm putting it so again, like, because I know, right, and I can say this on camera, it's a conflict of interest with Sean and URL, but it's not a URL thing.
Right.
It's a
you're
DNA
putting this together.
Thing. I have to work with URL, obviously, because of footage and licensing. That's just business.
Right.
But it's a DNA. I'm putting it together. I'm funding it. I'm doing everything. So I want everybody.
Where you dropping it at?
I can't say that part yet because we figuring like all the details out. But yeah, I want Sean to be a part of it. Everybody that has something to do it because it's history. Like you can't rewrite history. It's there already. It's on the grid.
So now doing this, though,
talk about it.
You gonna get, and this for the hard part. You gonna get some people that don't want to be a part of it. Just because.
No, for sure.
That's the people who just get their part talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, mind you.
But what's crazy, everybody wants to be a part of it.
Oh, that's dope.
That I'm saying that was in the group. Everybody wants to be a part of it and I can't say he doesn't because it hasn't been. I mean, that's the difficult part.
So then everybody doesn't want to be a part of it yet.
Not yet. I mean,
you get what I'm saying?
But
not yet.
Speak your own word, or somebody else is going to tell it.
Yeah, I would definitely speak.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, for me though, just being business wise, I ideally, of course, he's damn near.
He gotta be in there.
He's the biggest part of it.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, why not
talk about that?
Like it ain't. Yeah. It ain't like me personally. I'm good. I just feel like business-wise, I want to do everything all at once.
Yes.
The documentary, the comeback. So I'm just thinking that way. But why not talk about it? It happened. It was history. It's one of the greatest. You know, it's like something that you left alone, and that's what I had to come to realization. Because at first, you know, we had our differences. So when you walk the streets and you still hearing about it, you know, I'm like, man, stop bringing this shit up to me. I'm on to this, but you can't escape it.
You can't escape it. You gotta
it's
get
certain
out,
people
yeah.
that.
That's like me in battle rap.
No, it's certain people out there. I done did Power. I done did this, but they just like DNA and K-Shine.
Yeah.
They like DNA with NWA. They're like, all the other shit you did DNA is fire, but that
Because that's what they know.
you know
Everybody's
what it is? It's like what gravitated you to your favorite artist.
Yeah.
You always, that holds a special place to you. So I'm like, we gotta magnify that and not ignore. We gotta put our personal feelings aside and be like, this is what we did that changed, you know what I mean, the game and changed how certain people look at us. So we gotta put it on the grid. So
And y'all was cooking too, man.
nah, by hands. I mean, I'm all about art. I know how to separate emotion from art. I still feel like we was the best 2-on-2 to do it.
But the beat, like, so look, they was the best to do it. The real originators, though, of it was
Marv One and Quest
Cody,
Thesaurus and El Immaculate, and Shuffle T and Marlo. Yeah, I say that every interview.
You don't, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you don't. They was the biggest to do it, so that's why you don't even know.
so this the thing. They laid the ground print.
Are you going to talk about that in the?
You got to. That's how I formulated. But you got to talk about that because that's how we changed it. Like it's certain things that they weren't doing when they was doing 2-on-2s that we did.
And why is G-Lock not shooting
just
this?
off of time?
I'm just lost.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just lost.
I don't know. They don't
That's
think
crazy,
I get busy.
G-Lock.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
but no. Listen, I'm playing my part. I got this. At least we can get this interview off. Listen.
But,
I know.
But
I can't.
But like everything though. Like and I don't even want to highlight just because it's bigger than how it ended. That's a part of the story, so it got to be in there. But just preparation, aligning, working together. So many power because we started that. After that, it was all super groups. You know how like Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen started the super teams in the NBA? NWX started the super teams in battle rap. Like before that, it was click teams. You know, Dot Mob is the originator of teams, right? They all Harlem niggas. NYB was all Brooklyn niggas. But I'm talking about this niggas from here. Like then the surf and rock link up. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about that.
This sounds dope. But I bet you my footage ends up in it. For sure. My name will be in the credits. This is dope, yo.
But G-Lock, I'm gonna talk to you off of it though, because I want you. I got like 20.
What do you feel about fucking Elon? Just like. What's going on with the government? Be like,
I saw that he started an airline. Did you see that? A plane? Yeah. I'm good on that.
Never getting on that.
I would never get on that plane.
Never get on
something that fly itself.
Elon Musk.
I think he's a robot.
Yo,
you don't look at him. He looks like a robot. He
making America great again, or whatever the fuck that quote is. But how are you doing that shit by firing thousands of people?
That's my point.
Like, where the fuck are they going to work at?
And then we're surprised that they're falling out of the sky.
Like,
like airlines were already undersupplied with like air traffic controllers, and then with the removal of like DEI, they just got more people out of there. So what's the plan here? You know,
it is none. I mean, since this is the thing though, we already knew when this happened and when he got elected, he was in. Stuff was gonna happen. This is no surprise to me. I said once they said, I said, oh, we doomed, we fucked. I said that. Then I'm just waiting for January, February for it to start, and that's what happened. So we in a messed up place for the next 4 years. Believe that.
After he's done with that, what's next? That's the only thing that because no senators like no sooner they like let's get rid of the immigrants and da 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 da, and guess who they gonna turn around and fuck with next?
They've been doing it.
But what's crazy when Obama was in office, it was so much shit that wasn't getting passed. It showed me the president didn't have as much power as I thought.
I've been said the president don't have no power. He's just the face to take all the bullshit.
But this motherfucker seeming like
Because he put the team there.
He put the people there that could pass the shit that he wants to get past.
He put the team, so that's his team, his people. So whatever needs to get passed is gonna get passed because he got his people there. When Obama went there, it was still even. It's not. He's just the face that take all the bullshit.
What's crazy though is that it's a sensitive topic, but I'll just speak on it and say it. Him doing the pushing the agenda thing of just two genders. On one side, people that are not that, like, they have a problem with it. But on the other side, like me, I'm not against, nor am I homophobic in any way, but I don't feel like it should be pushed on to people. Like, now they in schools, they will.
What made you just come up with that out of every?
No, because
that's a major topic.
No, it's not. But I understand that. But we were just talking about something totally different. He just came up with that. I agree.
Because of what I was saying was we were saying a whole bunch of things. That
but you picked the one thing that you agreed on, and all right, I agree with that. But that's one thing.
I agree with it. Or I said I see, like, from that perspective of, like, everything you was just saying was he's doing.
That's
things
the
wrong.
one good thing out of a million bad
I'm not
things.
saying he's good. I'm just saying in that regard.
No, I'm not saying you wrong. The way I look at, I'm not even looking at the one good thing that maybe I'll say, okay, I can understand that when I got 50 things I don't agree with at all.
I'm just looking at it like we screwed either way. So you better let's look at one good thing that the niggas doing.
Take the one good thing.
I mean, what could we do to get it? I don't vote because I know that
I don't get into that shit.
It don't matter.
The mess up thing is it really don't.
Yeah, so.
We've been surviving in this fucked up country in this life.
If you were saving me from not getting into that topic, thanks.
Don't worry. I'll save it. We'll just cut that shit out. We'll just cut that shit out. We'll just cut that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you caught that.
Listen.
Let's leave that alone.
If they said it crash outs on stage for Dave,
they're gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Yo, G-Lock, take that out.
You didn't even have to tell me that. That's out of there.
But listen, man. It's It like you said though. I'm a survivor. I didn't survive through the boat, like the worst of the worst, and this is the worst of the worst, and I'm gonna survive through this too, and we gonna keep it moving. I'm a hustler. I know how to get money and figure it out through anything that come my way. That's it. So when this store not here, y'all see me. Y'all see me on the street.
I'm out of here though. I'm on a water fast. I don't know how I got energy at first. I thought I was about to check out.
Because you get energy after you get to these hours.
Yeah.
So now you're good. You got so past that you're good. Now your body, I would try to go another day.
When you start fasting, your adrenal glands go in overdrive.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to get you. He wanted a smart girl.
So, fuck that,
Yo.
I gotta. We gonna test that adrenal gland theory because I gotta go stream, so I'm not going to sleep until almost 2. So yeah.
You should.
Good luck, bro.
So Questlove just.
I'm about to drink some more water.
Just dropped
got a lime water waiting for me and a mint one.
See, you're good. Questlove just dropped a documentary, and one of the people who was being interviewed, I think it was Jack White, and he was talking about how one of his performances he was fasting for like 2 days, and his manager was just like, yo, you're gonna be the only one on Saturday Night Live to pass out at your performance. And he was just like, no, I'm not. I'm like at the top of my stuff right now, and that's because all of it was going in overdrive. And he gave one of his best performances because
it's something with that taps.
I'm building up though.
You just have to be careful.
Every week in February,
you have to be very careful.
Every week in February, I'm doing 1 day. And then at the end of March, and then at the end of the month, I'm gonna do 3.
What does that do health wise? What does it say anything?
So if you just do a day of fasting, it just clears all the toxins, detoxes out your body. But if you able to, because 3 is hard. 72 hours of fasting says it will cure any illness in your body and get rid of cancer cells. So that's why it's imperative to, you know what I mean?
That's fire.
To do the 3. The 3 is tough though. The 1 is
tough.
The 1 is crazy.
Yeah, when you said that, you was like, yo, I wasn't gonna come outside. I was like, yo, see, and that's
I think coming outside might be a little better.
For real?
Because when you sitting in the house and you just sitting there and you're not eating nothing, it kind of makes
it spurts. Right now, I'm good. The ride here,
yeah,
it's going through it.
Because you're sitting still. It's because you're sitting still and you're not being
Yeah, I just finished the whole joint. But yeah,
What's the word?
I'm gonna eat my protein, man.
You're not being active. You're not being stimulated.
Right.
See how you're being stimulated? You're talking. You're just like, oh, you know, you laughing and stuff like that. So you're just like, I'm not really worried about it. Once you're sitting back, chilling, and you're thinking, you're just like, damn, I want some food right now. Like, damn, now your mind is like, exactly, temptation starts.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get through the day though. That's one thing. Anytime I sign up for something, I'll be like, I sign a contract with myself, so I gotta. Even if nobody watching, I gotta fulfill
the next time you do it, I'm gonna do it.
Next Sunday.
I'm gonna go for it.
Yo, I thought it was because you was at Fashion Week, man. You saw all the fashion people. I was like, oh, DNA getting on this motherfucking. Because they'll put you on stage at Fashion Week.
Yeah,
they're like, hey, you want
nah. What's crazy is right. The illest part about it is I'm right now. Well, since being an adult, I'm at my lowest weight. So it wasn't even. I was concerned about that. I'm just like, yo, let me just health wise. Let's see what happens.
See, with me though. Since January, I started cardio. I made a commitment to myself. I said cardio is very hard to do. Before COVID, I used to run 3 miles before my workout, right? But I got to like 2018 into 19 into 20. I was like at 180. I got too small, but I wasn't really hitting the weights and none of that. But I felt great. So now I went back up to 202 and hitting the weight, you know, that put more bulk on you. I went back up to 202, and I said when January come, I want to lose 10 pounds, you know, 10, 12 pounds. So I said, well, as soon as January hit, I said, I made a commitment to myself. I'm going to do cardio twice a day. So when I walk in the gym, I do 30 minutes of cardio. After I go work out, then go back and do another 20, 30 minutes. Every day, you know what I'm saying? Well, not every day. For the week, for the time I work out Monday through Friday. So Monday through Friday, I do that. Yeah. Right. So that's what I'm thinking about. This me doing that and fasting like that.
No, you can't fast when you can't do that when you fast.
Oh yeah, it's that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you gotta
because
relax.
I fast where I don't eat my first meal until 12, and I don't.
Yeah, I do that every day.
Yeah, I do that every day. And I don't eat after 8. So I fast like that anyway. But doing that, with me doing that.
Stuff?
Huh?
Like Dr. Sadie?
Yeah, I kind of do it like that, yeah. So I eat between 12 and 8.
You should get the book Cleanse to Heal. That's like a really good book. You see all these different type of fasts and everything and what they teach
what
you.
They do. Oh, I'm
like they do the 369, the mono eating thing. There's so many. I have that book. There's so many different.
I want to order that ASAP. I'm gonna order that probably when we get back. I want that.
Yeah, I just went to like the NAACP event recently, and there was a cardiovascular type event thing there, and they were telling me about like the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet, because us as black men and black women, we all have like a predisposition to like
you a black man?
Hypertension. I'm Dominican, bro.
All right, cool. I thought you was
he ain't
crazy.
like that.
I thought you was A-Rab or
You
something.
saw him in his bag. He ain't like that.
We was gonna have a poll. What was Goods' nationality?
We've been waiting.
But I'm a white man. You ain't hear that?
Bugging. But I was like, yo, I think he's Dominican, yo.
No.
Yeah, you could pass for Dominican, low key.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Coolie. What's the Jamaican? Coolie. They say coolie,
crazy,
right? Nah, they coolie. That's they call them.
Yeah.
Know what I'm talking about, bro? Excuse me, bro. Relax, calm down. I'm a coolie.
Sorry, Coolie.
But yeah, but yeah.
We're gonna put the poll on there.
Put the poll on there.
Yeah.
Put the poll up.
You know what I mean?
Put the poll up. Good night,
Yo.
Close us out.
Close us out.
Yo.
You wanna go home and drink water?
Yeah, back. It's another episode. I Disagree Show. DNA.
Good.
Good night.
Lames frontin'. Can't comprehend it if you ain't from it. I understand it cause I came from it. Friends stab you in your back, I felt pain from it. Damn. Hustlers crying over the same onion. Niggas fighting over the same woman. What? Sucker for love, don't give a fuck if you thug. And I know that you love her, but tell me this, why get mad at a bitch that was a hoe before you cuffed her? That rocky flow on Cuban is stocky so strong. Jamaicans uptown, they call me the guapi domon. Pocket watching, drilling my chicken, that broccoli, no corns. He dumbing off them pills, we call him my oxymoron. Through this rapping, I felt the pain pause. Waited 30 years for that Wayne call. Came at a time rapping wasn't my go-to. Never forget your first love, that's what it shows you.